So we are back with 5 more cheap games that you need to play. And in this video we have an action game, a simulation game, base building, a roguelike and a sports game. And if you are unfamiliar with the rules of this video series, then it's all in the description, along with the links if you want to purchase the games from Steam. And there are also chapters with the game titles so that if you want to flick through the video to a specific one, you can. And we are starting this one off with Ghost Recon Breakpoint. This is going to cost you $9.99 in the Steam Summer Sale. And what I really like about this game is that you have a normal story mode, which is going to last you a very, very long time, as well as a conquest mode, which plays similar to how Wildlands worked with different regions and bosses and stuff, if you are familiar with Ghost Recon Wildlands. You can choose to play with a gear system if you want to, including gear score and rarities, or there is immersive mode which removes all of that gear system and gives you the weapons as they are. You can also play with AI teammates that are going to help you out if you wish to. I keep them on, although in my opinion they can be a little bit frustrating. I would say they're probably best just used for the sync shots, which is where you mark up a couple of enemies, you take a shot on another enemy, and your teammates are going to follow through with the enemies that you marked, killing them. It just helps you clear out bases and stuff. There is a big open world in this game to mess around with, and there's difficulty settings that let you truly get into the game and play it exactly how you want to. You can play on easy, you can see absolutely everything, or you can play on extreme with no HUD, so no heads-up display, can't see the mini-map or anything like that, can't see enemy markers. And the base story mode, so without conquest, it kept me busy for about 150 hours when the game first came out. There's a raid and everything like that, and the conquest modes just gave me even more hours of entertainment. You can play this game on your own, or you can play it in co-op, it's entirely up to you. But with that, you can fly around in helicopters that are armed with missiles, or you can drive around in an APC that's got a huge gun on the top of it. And when you are going to enemy camps, there's actually lots to do. It's not just killing the enemies. And these camps are scattered all around the open world. Some of the things you can do is find collectibles, you can grab new weapons, you get credits that you can spend in the shop. There's also intel, which will mark new weapon blueprints and stuff, or it'll mark new bivouacs, which is where you rest and basically put a vehicle from your garage into the parking space for it. And so the camps in the game are not just about killing enemies. It's a very, very enjoyable game, especially if you have it set up exactly how you want to play. And that is why I recommend Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Game number 2 is Plague Inc. Evolved. And this game is fantastic. It's just a little bit evil. However, it's a lot of fun at the same time. So your goal with this one is to create a virus that is so lethal it kills off the entire world. But it's not that simple. You have different trees to branch your way through to mutate and evolve your virus. You can start in a country of your choice and you basically just gather DNA to make the virus stronger, make it harder to cure and make it more fatal. So you can choose transmission, symptoms, or abilities so that your virus can spread through different means. You can have it going through plane transmission, boat transmission, so that when people are traveling from country to country, they're spreading the virus. You can have it going through the wildlife, through blood-to-blood contact and stuff. And eventually, when you've evolved it enough, it will become a fatal virus that's got complications like paralysis before it kills you off. And you can also upgrade it so that you can stop antibiotics working so well with it, slow down the research for the cures and everything, because whilst you're trying to spread the virus, the world is trying to team up to find a cure for it. And it's a race against time, but your goal isn't to kill loads of people, you have to kill the entire world. If you do not kill every single last person, then you will lose the game. And there are other difficulties added in, countries in the game are going to start closing their borders, making it harder to spread the virus. And when more countries get an idea of the virus being really serious, they're going to speed up the research, giving you less time to kill everyone off. But it doesn't just end there. There are different difficulties, different starting countries will change how easy a virus is going to spread in the beginning, and how quickly it's picked up by scientists. But not only that, there are different types of viruses for you to try and spread, which changes the gameplay completely. And it doesn't even end there. There is a DLC called The Cure, which is currently around the same price as the game, but is usually around half the price when the sales aren't on. And it's the opposite of the base game. Your goal is to cure a worldwide deadly virus instead of creating it yourself and spreading it. And Plague Inc. Evolved is going to set you back £3.59. You can have hours and hours of fun on this game, and is less than £4. And next up, game number 3 is Forts. And if you ever played a game like this, Worms comes to mind with their Forts battles and stuff. You're going to absolutely love this one. You start the campaign off with a tutorial and learning how it all works, and what I really like about this game is that you will eventually find abandoned or hidden forts that you can extend your own fort to. So like you can basically expand your base of operations, and you can find hidden snipers and stuff that are going to help you out with battle. Each campaign mission has a few different objectives, with some being a little bit more challenging than others, like hitting your first shots, like making them really pinpoint accurate with the sniper. And if you take one of your first 2 shots and you miss, that's objective failed. And there are 3 objectives in each of the missions. You've got to try and get them done to progress through the game. And the snipers are not easy to control either, so it makes that specific objective a little bit more difficult. There's dip, your aiming cone doesn't let you cheese the shot, like it's not going to show you exactly where the shot's going to land and stuff. You actually need to be really accurate with it. And it doesn't waste too much time having to restart the missions if you miss one of the 2 shots, for an example. All you've got to do is pull up the menu, restart, and then you can press escape on your keyboard to completely skip all the beginning dialogue. And not only that, the micromanagement in this one isn't actually too much, because if you're not controlling, for an example, your machine gunners, but there's enemy mortar fire, your machine gunners will automatically try to take down the mortars and defend your fort. And this is a base building game, and the building is incredible. It's really fluid. You can build some crazy defenses, you can armor up your fort, you can put doors on segments that you've got machine gunners and snipers in so that they're protected and the doors only open when you're firing. And you eventually get to start finding out more about different weaponry like miniguns and stuff, and you can repair your fort as well as extinguish fires, because basically you have a reactor that you need to defend whilst you're taking down the enemy forts. And by doing all the repairs and stuff, it saves you having to keep rebuilding your destroyed base or parts of it that are destroyed, especially when you get an objective in a mission where you have to basically repair and build up a bridge and not let any part of it break. And that is my opinion on the game Forts. That one is going to cost you £5.49 in the Steam Summer Sale. Then we move on to game number 4. This is the roguelike. So we've had action, simulation, base building. This is the roguelike. And this is Dome Keeper, a brilliant mining game that starts you off looking for basic materials that get more advanced the further you get into the game. You have a time limit for mining, as enemies every now and then are going to attack in waves, and the time limit is actually quite short, although you can unlock things that will delay the wave if you need to. The resources you mine are used to upgrade your dome and make your mining faster through things like increased movement speed, increased mining strength. So say for an example, you're hitting some blocks and it's taking like 4 hits to break through it. You upgrade your mining strength, it's only going to take 2 as an example. And as well as that, you can do things like lower the slowdown when you're carrying resources. So the more resources you pick up, the slower you're going to move. And you can basically just increase your strength so that you can carry more resources without being slower. And the upgrades can be applied to everything you have for your dome. So if you find something, let's just say for an example, the stun laser, you can then go into your upgrade tree and you can upgrade that as well. It's not just the things that your dome starts with. And in order to find extra things to use in your dome for that run, if you just make your way through the mine, you find these, I'm going to say they're circuit-looking blocks. They reveal an upgrade like having a lift that carries resources to the mine for you, or as mentioned before, a stun laser that's going to slow down enemies as they make their way to your dome. And in this one, the run is over. It's a roguelike, so when the run ends, you start again. The run is over when either your dome gets completely destroyed or when you find the relic, as the main game mode is called Relic Hunt. Although there is a different game mode that is playable, there's also a different miner that you can use, and you even get modifiers like having Drillbit at all times, but you can't upgrade your mining strength for that run. And Drillbit is a little creature that will mine for you. He only mines in a horizontal line, and when he hits a wall or he mines too much, he will fall asleep until you go and interact with him, wake him up so that he can carry on mining. And with all the upgrades to do, the different game modes and defending, you'll easily get lost in this game for hours and hours. It's one of those games that keeps you wanting to play one more run, even when you don't have the time to. And Domekeeper is going to set you back £8.99 in the Steam Summer Sale. Then that moves us on to the sports game, the fifth and final game of this video, and that is going to be Steep. Steep is by far my favourite winter sports game ever. When it released, it was one of the only games on the Xbox One that I actually got every single achievement for, and I put a lot of hours into this game. You have loads of different activities to try, from snowboarding and skiing to wingsuit gliding and parachuting. There are loads of different outfits and accessories that you can equip on your character, like the customization's amazing on this. And one of the things that I love about it is it's not all just doing checkpoint racing, so you're not just racing from the top of a mountain peak down to the bottom. There's score runs, there's making sure, like with the wingsuits, making sure you're as close to the ground as possible. Like, there's loads of different styles to how you're going to win events that you play or activities that you play. And on top of that, there are loads of different points of interest. You can use binoculars to find cool things when you come to a high spot that's got a good view. And the game is not set to be a one and done either. You can very, very easily retry the activity you're currently playing. And you can also go to Mountain View that will let you teleport to new activities to play instantly, along with an activity finder that comes up after you complete an activity, making it unbelievably fast to get from one activity to the next. And in my opinion, if you enjoy winter sports, then you are going to absolutely love this game, and you can't go wrong with any game that's got Bomb Funk MC's Freestyler in the music playlist. And Steep is going to set you back £3.89 in the Steam Summer Sale, and that is 5 more cheap games that you need to play. If you was to go and pick all 5 of these games up, it would cost you a total of £31.95, and you will get hours and hours and hours worth of fun from these games. And if you're not that interested in the games that were shown in this video, I've done another video previously with a different 5 games that I feel you need to play, and there are more videos coming up. And on that note, we are going to leave the video there. If you enjoyed it, leaving a like is appreciated. If you wish to support me further as a creator, there are links in the description. Let me know your thoughts about the video in the comments. And if you want to watch more, you can click the video on screen. All support on the channel is greatly appreciated, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.